How y'all doing? I'm AB3 at Bryant Land TV, and today we're going to go inside and talk to Charles Stokes from Big Deer Hunters. He makes his own deer lure in his basement of his house. Basement made is what he calls it. We're going to check it out and see what he's got. What is Big Deer Hunters? How did that come about? Is that like your brainchild? Did that come about just like sitting around a campfire one day? Like how did that go from being an idea to what it is right now?
Well, I tell everybody, it's like we're a Christian-based company, and I tell everybody like God just put that idea in my head. Got a lot of people that hunt, a lot of friends, and the idea just came to me. Listening to what they said about stuff spilling, making a mess. Wish there was something better that on the market that can, work real good but still doesn't, make a mess. And that's how I just came up with an idea with the Big Deer Hunter stick, and this was kind of pretty much the catapult to the rest of our products.
What was like your biggest challenge? What was the hardest thing that you had to encounter as far as like getting everything started?
I guess it would be.
How many hard things? it wasn't just what, because there is small businessman, starting
Right.
out, you got all kinds of challenges. Like what would you say probably was like your biggest one or your hardest one, and how did you overcome it?
I guess the packaging of it and the testing, because before we went public, I mean, friends, family members, we gave it to a lot of people just to try it out, and it took a while to get a lot of that feedback back from. Some people were really quick, some it took months, even about a year, and then once that came, just having faith, like okay, they was like it works really good. It's a really good product, man. Just hearing their testimonies before we even sold anything. And so once we did that, that was like the big first hurdle, just that initial jump into it. And then just getting the good packaging, something that looks good, that attracts the hunter. And that was it from there.
You can't go wrong with Hunter Orange.
That's right.
So, even though it might be the color of different schools that might be at odds, but we won't go into that.
Right.
So, like with the packaging and stuff, is that something like is everything done like here, like at your house? Like, how are you getting these things done? Like, was it like a grassroots effort? Like, you get, got one kid making, making the package. You got one kid like stamping it on. Like, how did that work?
Yeah. Typically, right before hunting season, we start gearing up to make the product. I have my son, I have my daughter, my wife has helped. My partner comes over, and we kind of have like an assembly line, and we just do it in stages. How much time, like sometimes he works full time, I work full time, so we kind of schedule it on the weekends or late in evenings, and we pretty much get into the garage and we just put it together. My daughter, she loves it. She's all like, she loves the soap part. Putting the soaps together, the packaging and the labeling, she does that. So it's just like a family event.
Okay. And that big family thing, going back to your Christian values and stuff, is that something that always you knew when, like you said, God gave you that vision? That's something you always knew, and you want to try to keep it like as a family thing. Like even as it grows, you still try to keep it like as a core as a family-owned business with everybody involved.
Oh, definitely. I mean, what I would like to do with Big Deer Hunters is hopefully, if God touches it and allow it to blossom, we want to give back to the community. Like I coach Little League football, Little League soccer, Little League basketball, and so I want to give back to the kids. So hopefully, if it does well, we can purchase some land and then do hunting classes for kids, archery classes, give back. Father, sons, daughter, sons. Bring families, do events. Just to get more kids outdoors and give them an alternative to the typical basketball, football, which fine because I love sports as well, but just give them another outlook and teach kids young to enjoy the outdoors.
What in the early stages, what did you find like that feedback to be? Like what did you have to make like a lot of tweaks, or did you hit a home run right out of the park? Like how did that work out?
I think a little bit of both. A little feedback, but it was all positive, and we didn't really have to do too much tweaking to it. We just added a few things because what we were trying to do, especially with our deer lure, was try to make one applicator with several applications. You know, so you don't have to go buy a spray can and a gel and then liquid and then a fogger and all this stuff. Just try to get one that can do all that together. And so once we, you know, put our brains together, what we can do, that's how we just pretty much came up with this part.
And then, so what would you say makes your product like stand out like above? Because you know you enter, first of all, you enter the marketplace that has all kinds of different things. You know, you can go into Walmart, Dick's, whatever, and find all kinds of things claiming to be the biggest, baddest thing ever.
Right.
With your stuff, it's just kind of like, this is what it is. Here are the testimonials that you know that it works. You know, it's not like a big like braggadocious or anything like
Right.
that. It's just kind of like, this is what it is and it works. So like, what would you say, like if somebody said, hey, what makes your product stand out from anybody else's, what would you say that would be?
I say what our product is, we try to make an affordable product that works really well for the average hunter. Because I mean, there's a lot of expensive products out there, and a lot of people are on tight budgets, so I understand that. So what we try to do is make it affordable with our sticks, with our soaps, with our sprays. You know, $15, 32 ounces, and we know it works. We know that there's other products out there that work, but we wanted to try to make it as affordability is the main thing. The biggest that I shot was an 8-pointer a few years ago. I can't remember the class, what it scored, but it was an 8-pointer down in Blakely, Georgia. I mean, I was really excited. When I first saw it, I thought it was like a 15-pointer.
It's always bigger than what it is when it first walks out. When it first comes out, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I thought I had a state record, you
Right.
know, but, you know, it kind of, I think he ate something and his horn shrunk on me, so. But that's the biggest to date from myself. Hopefully, I'm looking to, if I look up and beat that this year, so be it. You know, first thing is fill that freezer up for my family. But customer-wise, I mean, we've had 190 class Kansas bucks. We've had I think a 190 very widespread Mississippi buck. They're on our website. Those are pretty much the two biggest in mass and then in width. So those two right there so far. You know, hopefully we can get a state record.
Yeah, like what does the future hold for Big Deer?
Well, we have at least 10 more ideas on the back burner. Being a small company and then trying to do it all without getting loans, just saving up to try to use like the business build itself. We figured we would start with just 3 products: the lure itself, the soap, and the sprays. And hopefully once we get a foothold, we kind of add a little extra. You know, we did our buckshots we introduced this year, and we're letting a lot of people use it and getting some more feedback on that. And then we'll add as we grow, we'll add more to it.
Did you say like if for people out there that's looking to try your product or just thinking about Big Deer Hunters all together, just like as a company, like what would your message be to them?
Give us a try. You'll love our product. We try to take you from the shower to the field, and we try to give you as much bang for your buck.